Hello, I'm David Chester with 9 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the latest dairy auction eked out another small gain today. Prices are up 1.9%, with the jump in the butter prices stand out at 9% higher, and whole milk powder was up 2%. The quantity offered and sold was less than 25,000 tonnes at this event. If the rise was skinny in US dollar terms, it is minuscule in New Zealand dollar terms, only up 0.9% and reflecting the rising local currency. Today's rise comes after a 3.6 rise 2 weeks ago, which snapped a series of 3 prior losses. In the US, underlying inflation pressures rose in November to 2%, which will give the Federal Reserve more confidence to raise interest rates tomorrow, even as renewed weakness in petrol prices kept overall consumer prices in check there. Yesterday, Australia had its own mid-year economic forecast update, and that gave a glimpse of the future deficit issues the Australian federal government faces. They're on track to spend more than $22 billion a year on interest as they put off getting back into budget surplus until early in the next decade. The grim review shows government spending growing faster than planned, while tax revenues are falling short of even forecasts made just 7 months ago. Now they face a budget deficit of $40 billion this year alone, one that will grow in later years. At some point, tough choices loom, although can kicking is still a high art in Canberra. Despite this, the Reserve Bank of Australia is upbeat about their economy and believes signs of rising job growth there are genuine. All this news is interesting, but hanging over markets really is tomorrow's Federal Reserve rate hike, something that seems all but certain now. Is an event that is essentially new, and credit markets are unsure about what the real consequences will be. Not long to wait now, however. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield benchmark took another significant jump today and is now at 2.27%. Swap rates in New Zealand rose in response to yesterday's rise and will undoubtedly do so again today. US benchmark oil prices recorded a small gain today, now just under $38 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is now at $39 a barrel. But the gold price has slipped further, now at $1,062 an ounce. New Zealand dollar is holding at its higher levels, now at 67.5 US cents, 94 Aussie cents, and at 61.9 euro cents. The TWI is now at 72.8. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.